ladies and gentlemen. I basically called this talking about builds because, well, how can I put this? I'm going to try to put this as the easiest, nicest way that I can. If you want to be technical about Onigiri, there are builds you can make. But if you want to be technical about it as well, though, like there's hate achievements in this game anymore, I swear. Like I was saying, if you want to get technical, there are builds in this game, but if you want to get technical, it's... how can I put this? There's builds, but you don't have players who's actually making builds. You have more players in this game who just want to stick with the same old rut that... even I've been told by one player who I was talking to that told me he was on PC. He's ran these same... He's told me that pretty much when he looks at everyone's profile in this game, or the ones that I will allow him to, he sees no different from players on this versus PC. It's sad that all everyone does on this game is fade a contract on max. Hey Goombosh, what's up? Sorry Goombosh, but I felt like doing a video like this for fun because honestly I just think it's kind of sad how people want to...
Oh, so you on that the whole time? Okay.
No, I just got on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Sure.
You want that shot?
Yeah. Like I was saying before, my brother technically just bugged me. I basically was sitting here with build. One day I was talking with a player that I ran into that told me that he's running PC. He told me that he was as well. And he gave me verification of different stuff as well. He's told me basically when he would look at like players who actually had their profile open, everyone is basically just copying the same strategy. And yeah, I know you said you like you only like 100% behind my build, but then again, I don't want you 100% behind what I put on my knowledge. That ain't the fun part about this game, to be honest. The part to me that makes it fun is we have our own mags to do with what we see fit. I'm not trying to say that crit is crap, but let's say if I had a mag right now to do, just to show right now, I would do it myself. And show what the mags offer and show different tactics. Like Faded gives, correct me if I'm wrong on this, bro. Honestly, since you're in the video roles. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Faded's only like, what, 8 at the most crit or something like that. Where we have Avenger on Monster, which gives you at least 14 crit alone. So it's like, you're not even... Like honestly, I remember asking Aura one time and he did state to me instantly the reason why he goes Faded is because it's easier. So you're going to purposely pick the weakest one just because it's easier. That's without a question a problem with this game. It's like you got all these other high level players who's hiding their profile. Now I'm not going to try to state that I'm pretty sure all of them run the same thing, but I'm about 90% that everyone in this game is probably running Faded Contract on every mag. If everyone wants to get pissed off at me for staying this, go ahead. I don't really care, honestly. I'm just being completely honest, is that I just think it's kind of weird that, what, how long has this game been on freaking PlayStation by now? What, Rose, you're trying to say that you're happy with everyone still going with Faded Contract after... What has Onigiri been on freaking PlayStation 4? How long has Onigiri been around and everyone still seems like they're sticking with Faded? Like that, to be honest, I know I told you one time that I was planning on quitting, Rose. To be honest, that's kind of one of the main reasons. You don't find no one who's actually trying. I'm like one of the only players who's probably on PlayStation, which I'm not trying to state I am. That's why I said I probably am one of the only players who's actually tried something different. Who's actually studied different ones and actually went different ways. If I ever got another 105 mag or even the views, I'd actually try Avenger a Monster. Because I actually want to see if I can get more crit than what Veda gives me, and plus that gives, actually to me, better potential stuff. Like the thing that I look at when I'm looking at that stuff is, yeah, I know it gives you the extra attack or whatever. I mean, not extra attack, it gives you the, it's because they don't take a chance and try it out. You can't really necessarily say they don't like the other ones. They don't want to try it out. They don't want to give it a chance. Everyone's just thinking about, let's say, it's like, for example, I know this has nothing to fully do with Onigiri style, but it's like, if you ever played like Fire Emblem, for example, on Nintendo, they had the ability to where you have a sword master in the game. If a character like a knight comes around, your sword master is completely garbage now, and that's what everyone in this game is. I've stated that multiple times. Everyone in Onigiri is trying to be a sword master. The sphere users are sword masters. Axe users are sword master. Twin swords are sword master. Everyone's sword master. Even freaking wand users are sword masters, which is kind of sad. But yeah, if I've noticed with Cyberstep's newer and newer bosses roles, you can't tell me like what the next one, with like Sultan Doji or however his name is said, Ibaraki's brother. You can't tell me you didn't hear at least a few players getting pissed off because they can't just one-shot them. I've heard so many players saying to me that they wish the damage cap got raised so we can one-shot bosses some more. The game ain't fine if you can one-shot stuff. And that's what's killing this game, honestly, in my opinion. Like, even going back to the Sword era, I know a lot of players started being able to one-shot the bosses around there while being 108 and stuff. You can't tell me players ain't sitting back bitching, oh, why can't I one-shot this dude? Because you're freaking trying to crit him to death. It's... like, that's one of the things that I notice with the, as mobs go further and further. Whoop, wrong menu. Like, even metastonically when I first got to him, I'm not gonna lie, I'm sat there thinking the same thing. Why can't I kill this dude with my crits? I have as much crit as like the next person had back then when I fought him. But then when I finally got his cards, wherever he freaking is, no me's. Like, look at this. Okay, there's his weakness. He hates fire. He's strong against fire, lightning. Okay, blah blah blah. I'm not ready to go through all that stuff because I know you got it as well. But then right here, crit resistant, very strong. That means, let's say for example, since we don't know the calculations or the percent of that, let's say the percent of this is 50%. Well, if you have over 50%, then you're going to at least have a 1% chance of your crits doing more damage. But if you're in the 50 range or something like that, you're most likely not going to do half damage. But then let's look at, but if you add this by like the other stuff, like if I were to try using fire on him, since it's also very strong, he's very strong against that. That tells you how badly your crit's getting taken down, just because of, hey, we can't use fire on him. Our fire damage is so freaking far down that it ain't even worth you wasting your time trying to kill him with a fire. But like, I even messaged Oral a few days ago saying something about this and sent him a pic of this, and he's like, oh, crit resistant ain't that big of a thing. Okay, so if that's not a big enough thing, then every boss in this damn game I can kill with lightning. They're all super weak to lightning. Or they're all weak enough for me to kill them with my lightning skills without breaking every weapon, every lightning-based weapon in the game. If they're putting that on there, then that means they are on purposely trying to shut it off to where they know, hey, players are going faded too much. They want other things to be added. Which I'm not going to sit here and complain like, man, next update, or at least I've been told, is supposed to be all about rain element. I don't care. To be honest, I think it would be funny if they decide to say, hey, mobs now have pure crit resistant, to where you can't hit crit them at all. Everything crit resist. To me, with this chain stuff coming into the game, and they say that you're supposed to get stronger as your chains go on, that actually gives them the ability to take out crits or make it to where way more mobs are crit resistant, so you actually have to actually hit them more or hit a good amount of percent of damage to start killing stuff. That right there by itself, that chain, pretty much as far as I'm concerned, shows me instantly that they're about to choose to either pretty much destroy crit, which we have already begun to get weapons in game that is kind of destroying crit. Hint, hint, Abyss is the word. Hint, hint, other weapons that seem to be coming into play. They're all given crit resistant. Like freaking Abyss takes their crit automatically down by 45 crit. Which honestly, I know I don't have that high of a crit, but honestly, even for the last few, like 3 or 4 runs that I've been doing of this since I started up, I don't see my crit popping up. I know I don't have a high chance of a crit right now, but it's still a 38. Yeah, well, my bad, 34. For a 34% chance of crit, and I don't see it as often as you should, go ahead and ask them. Like, I know it might sound like I'm ranting, but I'm not trying to actually rant, I'm just being honest. Heck, I'm only running this on normal, by the way, Rose, because I actually found that there's not really a reason to run it on a higher difficult. The thank you tickets, you can basically get all those on just doing normal, so yeah, probably have a better drop on hard or whatever. Able to knock out all the stuff pretty much easily within just normal runs. I already know I don't have a 5-scroll Vanguard to technically take on the Hell form, so I'm not really didn't even waste my time there. Mount showed me that instantly, that we're slowly going to that point. That's actually one of the reasons why I told you I was planning on quitting, honestly, Rose, is because I see this game going slowly to that point. You being a free-to-play player, you might only be able to just continue to play for at least maybe a month or 2. I don't. I'm just being honest. I'm potentially, honestly, just made this video just for the fun of it. Because hey, I thought, why not make a video? Why not give people a heads up? Like, you don't really need to fully run the Fated contract through this whole entire game. You can actually start switching off as whenever you choose to go. To me, that's what I'm trying to get more at. Well, you can do whatever you want, Rose, but whenever it comes down to the day where I do choose to quit, I don't really care. Really? You didn't disappear again. Come on, quit disappearing. Really? About time he quits using the immortal frames. Freaking ballhead. Yeah, but I will tell you one thing, Rose. like I stated earlier, I did talk to a player who was from JP. I mean, not JP, but he was from PC. He already told me the next few updates since he's been playing the game, and he said he's one of the first people on PC to play. He stated to me himself that he can see this game already going slowly to the point where if you don't have a 5-scroll mount, Vanguard, so forth, then you're better off not, then sooner or later the game's going to get to the point where you're not going to be able to clear. Which, can you really tell me you don't see clear signs of that slowly coming right now? Rose, look how long it took you to be. Look how long it took all three of us. What? It was you, me, Lunar Wolf, and Urza. We were all sitting there trying to kill the freaking mounts on hard. Yeah, which I already can tell you, you're not going to be sticking with a 1-scroll Ivy. Because you can choose whatever you want for this whole entire update. There's no way in hell no one's going to be... You get 1 free Vanguard, plus you get the free Vanguard from the Christmas event, plus if you go to the login calendar, this little card right here is another free Vanguard for you. And then of course you're going to get 150 OC on the 7th day. Technically, as far as I'm concerned, no one in this game is going to be able to say they don't have at least 3 Vanguards at most. No one in this game will have the right to say that they don't have at least 1 Vanguard. Come on, I basically rode with one of my alts already, and she already got she got the Mage Shuzuku already. It's a flippin' alt that I never even put a single dollar into. Yeah, but it means that you now have Vanguards, which means you do now have actually the ability to run a few dungeons a little easier than what you used to be able to. Oh, there must not be very many players on there. Everyone's kind of moved away from this already. I'm surprised I haven't got DC'd yet, honestly. Yesterday and earlier, I couldn't even stay in this game for more than 2 runs without DCing. Yeah, no. But now, whenever we finally get another story update, you'll be able to do you'll be able to do those easier. Pretty sure I should actually chose on notes instead of what I chose for that little free freaking Vanguard thing. I chose to get the 3rd one here finally. Which to me, I feel like I will need them eventually, so I chose to get them. Back to it, I probably should have just went ahead and saved it up for the chance of getting the Reaper R. Oh, and speaking of that, Rose, how much do you know about the Blood Reaper R Rusty chain? yeah, you're probably saying back gets a sword, so you don't really care, but I'm just questioning, how much do you actually know about it fully? Hello. Yeah, I figured that would have been be your answer. You know, honestly, the last few updates, I actually completely forgot about the weapon. With this update, I noticed that's only the chain itself. The rusty form of it is actually a 125 weapon. Slice plus 55, pierce plus 55 for whatever reason. It also gives you 80 dark, and 80 fire helmet. Same two Ogies that you get from the chain thrower. I didn't even realize it until I looked it up, and I didn't even realize that my freaking knowledge are pretty much perfectly set up for that right now. 33 fire on my knowledge, plus I got the 150 dark helmet. So I'm definitely going to be 100 fire helmet when I have that sword up. It's just starting Nova, I'm actually lagging in fire. Like I'm at, I think 94 fire helmet if I'm not mistaken. So now that I think about it, how much... Well, I guess it would be probably a pain in my butt, but... How badly would an Infernal Garg actually be able to hurt me once I got that? So my fire helmet would be above 100, since they do pierce helmet mainly. That's a little surprising, considering I've even told people, and no one so far has ever responded to me saying they're actually trying it out, or actually put it on. I actually kind of hope that when the knowledge mags do come back, I hope I got way more chakra this time around. So I'm putting Avenger on Monster on them next time. If I really get lucky with Avenger on Monster and I got enough chakra limit to carry you four mags off all Avenger on Monster all the way down, that's going to be crazy. Neat, so even you took the idea finally. Helps you out when you're running Kyle's Rain a little bit, don't it? Oh, somewhat. If you're using knowledge mags with it, then you're still going to be taken down to about 200, but at least if you get the durability reduction, then that means you're actually doing 188. Oh, that would be actually hard to say fully, Rose, because the knowledge weren't the first mags I ever put Crimson Mastery on. As soon as I first learned about Crimson Mastery, I took a chance and tried it out. I guess the main one I actually can't wait for is to put Avenger and Monster onto a mag. onto a few good mags. Yeah. But I'm just saying that before I even got my 105 mags, I was putting Cringe Mastery onto mags. The only reason why I didn't choose to put it onto my 105 mags, honestly, is because I wanted to. Because I was thinking about the extra credit from knowledge mag from the 105s, and considering they didn't give me credit at the timer. And at that time, like I said, I was still technically more concerned about crit. So I didn't see a big need for it yet. So I finally got my hands on 4 separate mags with them all giving me durability reduction, and I chose to see what would happen with Collapsing Blade and a bunch of mags with that on them. That's when I really started seeing the potential of what I could do. Just think about that for a second, Rose. A Collection Blade that only took 67 durability out of your weapon. It's supposed to take 250. What's it take now since I got a bunch of them with it? I have no clue. Considering I'm negative 17, I would say it would do about 260, 270 at the most. What? Get out of here, useless friendships. Yeah, no questions asked. I'm getting kind of bad with my inventory. Yeah, to you, Jewel. Nope, that's not the one I actually need. I'm not mistaken. To you is... yeah. You know, honestly, there's one thing I don't get about you, Rose. You talk in my videos, but I don't get why you don't just decide to ever just join a mic party with me instead of talking in the videos. It's not like PlayStation don't allow you to cut yourself off to where you can't be heard. I've had Star in a few of my videos, and I rewatched a few of my own videos, and I noticed that you can't even hear what Star is saying. Even Urza hides his voice. Yoko don't mind his voice being heard, so whenever Yoko's in the party with me, you'll be hearing him. But I do have a question for you, Rose. Where do you get raisins at? During the time everyone was farming for raisins, I did choose to put up a video on Star's request about telling people about the cards. True, you're always in a voice chat. And again, you have way more friends than I do, which you're usually number free without being inside of a party. That's probably the reason why when Yoko finally came back, I actually told Yoko that you're more or less like the member ninja that was in our group. It was always in Maybe not so much in different parties, but he's always technically running with the different team whenever we got on. Oh, Spellbook of Rage. Don't need those anymore. Actually, wait. Now that I think about it, I will. I'll just farm it when I go to Farm Simulator. That reminds me, Rose. Have you seen the achievements to where you actually gotta like swap over a weapon just to get the achievements yet? I wonder how many players are actually gonna be annoyed about that, about those achievements at first. Go out your way and every weapon you ever made, you gotta go out your way and remake them all. You don't put it this way, but that to me that one actually kind of sounds fun. Okay, you stay in those achievements. You don't want to make a weapon again. Doesn't say nothing about you gotta make it a plus 100. It just says you gotta make one. Yeah, but you do get smoke amulets and stuff, which it would be a while before anyone complained that they don't have enough smoke amulets for a while. Or in my case, it'd be a freaking year before I can complain that I need artisan swords. And I'll show you that one, right? I'll show you that one as soon as I get out of the loading screen, honestly. Yeah, boy. Oh, technically either do I right now. That's why I already did do a few achievements, which by just equipping the weapons that I currently have on me, but I didn't really go in and collect them yet. It's not like they're taking that out anyway, so it's not like we really have any major rush. That ain't under their special achievement, so it's not a limited time only. Like, look at that, Rose. 16 freaking artisan swords just sitting there. And that ain't even all of the ones I have. So how many times I put money into this game and it keeps giving me the freaking hair pieces and all that dumb stuff. Look at that, Rose. 400 points saved up right here. Which all those are just gonna go for artisan swords because I really don't need anything else in here. As you can see, I got 21 of these darn things. I guess I could use some on grade powder, but honestly I don't like using the grade powder. We get free, what? We technically get one or two of these per day, and plus when we do kill enough of those diramas per 250 diramas, we get basically the silver versions, which are better than these, so that's not even worth it. I have too many points saved up. Now you kind of see what I mean when I said I got way too many artisan swords for me to ever run out. At least for a while. Don't worry, the spirit challenge with the wrong elements on the weapon I'm actually still working on that spear. Let me put it off until at least this update's gone or whatever, or at least until I get the stuff I'm more concerned about. I'm actually debating on whatever you want to go for this update fully. Thank you things I'm definitely going after because, well, heck, that's another chance for more for even every Vanguard to currently assess them. But I still have to get a views. So I can't remake that darn thing until I get a views. And before you say anything about it, yes, I know there's my common boxes, and I know 2 gives me a chance to get the views. I already tried it. It gave me all the bullshit mags that I could easily collect within 2 days. Give me a freaking mouse mag out of all freaking mags. It's like, yay! Yeah, I've already opened them. Alright, literally, that's what I'm talking. Nope, not even close. All 3 of them turned out to be completely garbage mags. There's something that I've actually been kind of questioning about. I'm actually still kind of questioning still to this day. Since I did report certain things to CyberSet, are they on purposely making it to where I'm having a harder and harder time with getting certain things? And what? Well, about 500 of those right now. Recall only medals I haven't really been to. Like, I've joined you guys when I've been joining every so often, but I technically ain't like overly concerned about doing the only medals yet. Urza hasn't been on for the last few days. I have a higher chance of literally just paying attention to the my crew and watching when you and Yugi basically, Yuri or whatever is basically running it. You got a higher chance of seeing Yuri pop on and bugging Yuri during the timer. Like, I'm not sure if you noticed, but the only time Urza was on last night is just when you guys made that little find all those item achievements, and ever since then I haven't seen them back on. Star's pretty much like a magnet right now. Try getting him away from the event. Try to get Star away from this event if you think you can. Honestly, before I even put this video up, I checked to see if Star was even on right now. For sure, he's probably gonna be sleeping too about the time where it's gonna reset to where we can get the achievement again. Yoko's on right now, but he's not really making no signs yet, so he's still not technically appearing yet. yeah, POR Oni has been pretty much hasn't really been running all that much. That's what days I've been on. It's not really running at all. I would show you the medals right now, but honestly, I got them in storage since they're still below the 99 marker. I guess I could got these ones right here right now on me. Then there is also another option though too that I've been thinking about as well. I still need the Oni medals, or most likely I'm gonna go for the Oni medals for the fuse, but the main reason why I haven't really been in a true rush to get the items is because one, I can't kill Abyss yet really in a solo run, and I really don't technically anymore. I really don't want to ask for help from anyone if I really don't need to. Same with technically Lucifer, honestly, anymore. Don't really have to. I don't really want to go on my way and be bugging people for any of that stuff. I will if I need to, but I'm just not really truly in that rush, much of a rush to really make get the fuse or make those mags, make those weapons just yet. Yeah, but what I'm saying, Rose, is I'm not really in the mood to go after him yet. I'm not really in the mood to try rushing him. If I fully care about fighting the bit, going and getting the Abyss Sword fully made, I'm more interested in making sure that I can actually, that I have my L on me at least, so I can get the extra holy elemental damage there. These are two skills that I got on my L right now that I'm planning on putting onto the Sin should pretty much help me beat them up or take them down on normal at least without too much problems. Which I know the recipes don't have a high chance of dropping on normal, but at least I know I handle my normal, which means I wouldn't be really just a body. Or I knew the game was in a DC me sooner or later. Yeah, to be honest, I already had the idea to go and get foods in soon, and I'm going to start. If I really have to, I'm gonna really seriously start going on my way and taking on freaking. I figured they'd do this. I'm going to basically sooner or later start actually hitting freaking Binky Factory like crazy. I never been really. The main thing that truly has changed from me from when I first played this game to this time is I don't really like the idea of what I used to be. I don't like the idea of saying, hey, I'm just counting on whatever to get whatever. It's the one reason why I haven't really been focused on getting the Oni medals, truly. Because I don't really want to go that route if I don't have to. And that is an option that I do want to. That is an option that I did have planned already. I'm just putting that off for the time being because, like I say, stated right now, currently for me, this update's here. I'm going to try getting as much out of it as I can. Already planning on that, Rose. First, I'm going to knock out as much of this update as possible, and then I'll start worrying about. Then I'm going to start worrying about more and less what I need to worry about. But for the very time being, one of my major goals is to basically help Yoko catch up. Because me and Yoko used to be a complete team before he chose to leave the game. Me and him will be a team once again, and me and him will farm everything together once again. This game is a pain in the butt with the DCs anymore, I swear.